Hello everybody, Storm here. Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Online Stormblood. In the last episode, we ran through the Gimlet Dark, where we engaged the Imperial forces outside of the Alliance base camp here and drove them off. However, after successful completion of that offensive, Eorzea was stricken by the same situation that the other Scions has. So we heard the voice, and she fell unconscious, and so it's kind of just down to us now. So, after that, we had a little bit of chat with Maxima and Cid, and then came back here because we got news that Xenos, or rather Elidibus in Xenos' body, has arrived and is collapsing one of the flanks. So Hien and Lise and Yugiri went out to confront the Ascian, and then we were trying to go join them, which led to a big battle where we had to play as Hien for a little bit to hold out until our main character could arrive, and then we engaged Xenos, or well, Elidibus, with our main character as ourselves. Unfortunately, was not able to successfully complete that. It is a somewhat difficult fight, and if you slip up, you lose. And I did not quite knock out the things I needed to knock out as fast as I needed to knock them out, and got wiped. Unfortunately, ran out of time, so we're going to go ahead and try that again. Now, if all goes well, this should be the last episode of Stormblood. So we will see how this goes. Alright, let's head back in here and let's try this again. Alright, so we're just going to go ahead and I'm going to skip all the cutscenes leading into the fight, because we've seen them already. No need to waste that time again. Okay. I kind of wish they give you a checkpoint in between this stage of the fight and the next, but I kind of understand why they didn't. I hope they could have found out a way to kind of checkpoint a little bit, so you didn't have to redo everything if you screwed up late in the second stage of this fight. But man, it is what it is.
Ready?
As usual, I'm going to stay near Lise. Because she's going to put the heals up. I'm actually going to go ahead and second win this.
This one's for you, Ida.
Alright, so we're up to 20. Alright, so we need to figure out which way we want to... okay, so we want to get knocked this way. Stay here to get the heals. Warrior of Light is still nowhere in sight. Alright. Spread out. I think you can tell here that they were working on a lot of the tech that was going to, or the code, that would eventually become the trust system in these fights. Alright, so he's going to do the whole chain thing. Ame no Habakiri. Okay, yeah.
Here it comes.
Alright, so Lise takes over. And then Yugiri does her thing.
Power. The art of my forebears.
Alright. Split the damage with Lise. Alright. And then engage Pseudo Xenos here. The 84. Alright, doing his thing. We're gonna spread out again. Knock back. Alright. Warrior Light should be here. Alright, I might just go ahead and skip this because we saw this as well. Alright. So here's really where I wanted to start. Okay. How do I want to do this? Alright. I am not going to use my inner release. Just yet. Just gotta slowly wear them down for now. So we need to save the big guns for when he brings in those swords we need to destroy. Right. Alright. It's gonna knock us back. No big deal. Part of the storm. Yeah, because he really can't touch me at this point. The only thing that could potentially screw this up is those... Alright, here they come. Just gonna eat that. Okay, I think I got it. Yep, got it. How has you grown so powerful in the gift? I smash a lot of things with an axe. That's what I do. Probably don't want to be touching those. Wasn't too bad. But did put up a Vulm stack. Okay. There's actually a couple of vulnerability off the stacks. Oh, got hit again. Alright, just let that clear out. Yeah, that doesn't hardly do anything at all. Alright, now what are you doing? I'm not sure you should be calling people weak when I am obviously more than you can handle. Oh, this is stupid purple orbs again. Alright, stay out of those. Almost there. There he goes. Alright, cutscene.
Your mother chose her champion well. Yet, for all your strength, you will still fail.
Please, I beseech you.
Ah. Someone calls to you. Too late, alas.
At last, I found you. Please, there's no cause for alarm. Though, I confess, this is not where I had intended to meet. But the place of our meeting is of no consequence, like the war you wage. Win or lose, the path you walk leads only to oblivion. The better path leads you here, to me. I have need of your strength.
Let's see. Who are you?
I'm afraid such questions will have to wait. We have precious little time, and your work is not yet done. Go to the Crystal Tower. I have left something for you near its base. It will serve as a beacon of sorts, one which I pray will help you on your journey. All you need do is find it. I will take care of the rest. Soon, we will throw wide the gates, and the path to the first will be yours to walk at last.
You're awake. Thank heavens.
What happened?
Do you recall the confrontation with Xenos? You were the first to come to the aid of Mistress Lys and the others on the front line. In the midst of your duel, it is said you faltered, and that the Crown Prince seized the opportunity to deliver a mortal blow. Yet before his blade could find its mark, he was distracted by the arrival of a second adversary who bore you away from the battlefield and into the hands of our chirurgeons. Lest you wonder, he left before you awoke. As is his wont. Estinian never was one for emotional farewells. Though Xenos bested all before him, the battle clearly took its toll, for he retreated shortly after your rescue. Seeing this, the remaining Imperial forces decided discretion was the better part of valor and pulled back, allowing us to re-establish our position. We have since received word of renewed unrest in the provinces, doubtless inspired by the efforts of the Eorzean alliance and our Far Eastern allies. Nor does the good news end there. We have also come into possession of intelligence suggesting unrest within the Imperial court. This would certainly explain why both the Emperor and Lord Xenos appear to have abandoned the fight. A long-awaited ray of hope in these dark times.
All right. Is Alice all right?
Yet to awake, I'm afraid. But please, concentrate on your own recovery for now. You have carried the hopes of some half-dozen nations, and we are all eternally grateful for your efforts. But no one is without their limits, not even you. Leave this fight to us, my friend. You have earned your rest. But before I forget, I was asked to deliver a message as soon as you awoke. A reminder that you are not alone, though many of your allies have fallen. When you are well and rested, you are to return home, where friends will be waiting for you. Now, if you will excuse me, I must return to the front. May we meet again soon, under happier circumstances.
All right. Excuse me. Still more cutscene. Here we go. All right, well, this is the most unexpected surprise. I thought you confined to bed. I guess this is Edmund? Yes. When I heard you had collapsed on the field of battle, I confess I feared the worst. With you standing here before me, I see now that the reports of your defeat were greatly exaggerated. Thank the Fury. As long as we have you, Mistress Yatsurugi, history suggests we have a fighting chance. Speaking of fighting, you may be surprised to hear that the war's effects can already be felt even here in Ishgard. In anticipation of a need for reinforcements, our Twarel will soon be departing for the front lines with a contingent of our finest knights. I would advise you to stay until your strength has returned, but I know it would be an exercise in futility. Alright, indeed, I suspect you have already decided on your next destination. Dark days lie ahead, of that I have no doubt, but the light of hope shall ever guide our steps so long as we have the will to press onward. And press onward we must. Farewell, my friend. I pray our next meeting will be under happier circumstances. Alright. So, the war is going fairly well for the moment. Xenos has retreated. And yeah, we didn't get killed. That's good. And we had our first meeting with the source of the voice, which has been causing all of our problems in recent times. So, we need to head to the Rising Stones, and then we're going to need to head to the base. Or, well, look into this beacon at the base of the Crystal Tower.
I rushed back as soon as I could. I swear, my heart nearly stopped when I heard you'd collapsed like the others. What in heaven's name is going on? Win or lose, the path you walk leads only to oblivion. Oh, well, that's helpful. And what else did he say? The better path leads to him? If his is the voice you've all been hearing, perhaps the others are with him. Sir Emmerich said the fighting had reached a stalemate, didn't he? But if that monster masquerading as Xenos comes back... Thancred, Yestola, Eorzea, Alphino, Alize... You're going to need all of them on your side to defeat him. And I forbid you from going to face him on your own, do you hear me? So if you must leave, go and find the others. Bring them home. As for where to start, you said the stranger had left a beacon for you at the Crystal Tower, right? But how are you to find it, now that the tower has been sealed shut? There has to be a way. If anyone would know, it's Sid, and the researchers of St. Coinac's Find. Don't you worry, we'll find that beacon for you.
Alright, meanwhile, in the Imperial Palace.
I pray you have good reason for abandoning the front.
How could I remain there while the rumor that my son is possessed by a demon spreads like a sickness here at home? I will not be made to fight for the throne a second time. But what of you? Did you not tell me you would destroy Eorzea's champion with the ease that one might swat a fly?
A minor setback. She will not escape me again. Where is your grandsire? I would have word with him.
How should I know? Do you hide from each other's sight as well? I imagine he's doing what all Ascians do.
He must have found a way to take advantage of this turmoil.
Men are not pawns to be played with, Ascian. You underestimate us at your peril. This war will not be decided by you and yours. Man must choose his own fate, and I, for my part, will do all within my power to see Garlemald emerge victorious.
Pray forgive the intrusion, Your Radiance, but the requested preparations are now complete. We stand ready to begin production of Black Rose upon your order.
Alright. And that is, well, almost, I believe, almost the end of Stormblood. I'm going to go ahead and skip the credits here, because I don't think we need to watch all of those. Okay, we have to turn in the quest here with Tataru. Alright, I knew you'd be alright, and to celebrate your return, I made you this, a brand new traveling outfit. Oh, I do hope it fits. Well, you took my measurements earlier, so it'll be fine. But now is not the time to fuss over your measurements. I must go and speak with the researchers of St. Koinak's find. You go and rest while we track down that beacon. Alright, so we got a Scion Traveler's Attire coffer. Alright, and that actually officially concludes Stormblood. And I think is going to lead to another cutscene. There it is. Now we have our mysterious soldier here.
My enemy. My friend. Had I been but a step faster.
Bloody savages!
A pity your hunt leads you elsewhere. Not that I am surprised. May you find joy in it. Grow stronger, more savage, and savor every triumph. In the meantime, I will reclaim that which is rightfully mine.
In the midst of a requiem for heroes, a voice rings out across time and space. In fields of tranquil light, sow you seeds of darkness. Alright. And there we go. And then that, right there, is the first quest of Shadowbringers. So, we are done with Stormblood. And one thing to remember, to identify who that soldier was, is that those who have mastered the Echo have the ability to basically move their souls into different bodies. We saw that before with the Sahagin priest who summoned Leviathan back in the day. So it looks like Xenos, the actual Xenos, is still kicking, even though he's not in his own body at the moment, because he had the artificial Echo installed, which is what allowed him to control Seiryu. Was it Seiryu? the big dragon primal. Alright, so we will go ahead and end here, and when we return, it will be the first episode of the Shadowbringers expansion. And I gotta decide if we're gonna be switching classes or not, because we do have Dark Knight leveled and ready to go. But, I mean, we could stick with Warrior. So I'll have to make that decision, and we will proceed when we return. Alright, but for now, hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you next time.